Hey, what's up, boys and girls? Yours truly, born and raised Torontonian, Alex here, right outside of the Royal Ontario Museum. That's the Michael Lee Chin crystal design, developed in 2007. And you guys should probably know what street this is. And yeah, I got a little snack from McDonald's, just some small fries. I know I had McDonald's from here last week, but it was like a combo meal. But this time I kind of wanted a snack because I was friggin' hungry. I just wanted something to eat. So my only option was the Golden Arches. Well, anyway, yours truly was just studying at Robarts Library. Yes, we are in the area at the University of Toronto St. George campus. And I've just been like making a lot of use of my time there. It's another beautiful day, and it's 18 degrees Celsius, even though it's early October, early fall. But this might be one of the last few days we'll be experiencing this warm weather. You know how Toronto and Southern Ontario is with their weather; it's so bipolar. But nevertheless, I am wearing shorts and just a t-shirt, so it's summer weather. I'm happy for it. And there's the 13th Avenue bus. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a quick walking video, but you know, while I was having my snack, I was like, okay, I have enough time. It's rush hour, nice day outside. Why not? I know I filmed a walking video already. That was in York. It was like early afternoon, and now it's like, what is it, 4:50 p.m.? That guy is going the wrong way. Or not. So this strip along Bloor Street is actually known as the McMile. So many designer shops. Again, Yorkville's one of the most expensive areas to live in the country. Oh great, now my cameras have one battery. Like, well, I'm just gonna make use of it anyway until it dies. And there's the Church of the Trinity. Okay, so I'm just gonna meander around a bit of Yorkville. It's a very posh and hip-centric neighborhood. Well, mainly posh today. Again, it's really filled with expensive restaurants. It's mainly a place for people of a younger generation, like me or young adults, to experience this kind of thing. Especially those that are like very interested in fashion, and it's for you, but hella expensive around here. That's for sure. And didn't mention the date yet. It is the 5th of October, 2022. Here's Cumberland Street. A lot of this neighborhood has really significantly changed. Let's look at this new condo just built up with a nice looking fountain. Let's head over here on Cumberland Street. Of course, the main side streets of Yorkville, they're just filled with so many people and life and all that. You know, it's another good street I could do a walking video on, Hazelton Lanes. But I'm gonna say that for another video. I don't want this one to be extremely long anyway, especially if the battery's gonna die. Well, I'll know when it's almost out of juice when it starts flashing. Yes, so I was about to mention, according to this plaque, this was the heart of Canada's like countercultural and hipster community, 1960s, 70s era. That all changed when the subway opened in 1966 along Bloor Street. So actually the subway is like right underneath here. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I was at Bloor and Avenue Road. So that was Avenue Road I was just at. I just haven't done a walking video around here in a while, so just figured why not do so. And I think this is a one-way street. But yeah, as I mentioned, this is really a very interesting neighborhood for hippies. You know, the movements. It just all started right here. Let's cross to the other side. Maybe we can get a good view from standing up on the rocks. Let's see.
I guess she feels so conscious that she told us.
I've been on this thing only a few times, but I think from up here, good vantage point. So here's thumbnail portrait number 1. And there's number 2. Oh, you can even hear the subway rumbling underneath. Now I have to find a way down. Yes, we are right on top of Bay subway station. There's an entrance right over there, but there's a fucking dangerous looking person. Looks a bit dangerous anyway, you can tell.
Belfast Love, yeah, oh yeah, if you want.
I know this fountain lights up at nights, I believe. Could be wrong. Oh shit, forgot to mention. I passed Hemingway's right there. Very good restaurant. Great patio as well. Had some chicken strips and fries there last summer, 2021. And there's a ventilator for the subway. You can hear it. So like, this is the western end of the station, as you can tell, because that's the western exits. The other entrance would be on Bay Street, of course, that's the main entrance. I'm gonna turn off in a few minutes to a different street. Don't know why he's walking on the right, on the okay, I thought he was on the left, but swerved over. He shouldn't be walking in my path anyway. God. People today. And here's Bel Air Street. I think I'll head up Bel Air. I feel like I'm following a route that I did around this area. I think way back at like end of December last year. Of course, it'd be a Tokyo Smoke. They already seem to be popping up at in locations across Toronto. Hell, I think there's even one coming to Lawrence Island Center pretty soon, just near me. And this street's actually closed for just this activity here. I'm gonna come back here and do a video at night. I could have done that during Nuit Blanche, but maybe when the sun sets much earlier, though. I don't know how I feel about that, because, you know, daylight savings time, not good for people, but for me, what do I care? I like it. There's some random talk about eliminating it, which I think it's a freaking bad idea. In my case, just keep it the way it is. Change is really so judgmental, and I hope I'm making sense here, but I think this is Yorkville Avenue we're on now. And yeah, I kind of used up my energy. I was just studying, and then I had my snack, so that's kind of why I sound a bit on the soft side this time. And also, this is a very spur of the moment thing. After this, I'm gonna enter the subway and just go home. I was gonna stay until evening, but couldn't help it. Was very hungry, and I was kind of itching to do a quick video. And because I'm walking west, I'm heading towards the glare of the sun. Or directly towards the sun, rather. I apologize for that. Maybe I'm gonna find a laneway and turn up somewhere. Like this cool street scene. Speaking of laneways, here's one. Again, very nice weather to be going out for a walk, as I always say. There's a squirrel just running somewhere. Oh, look, he's just, oh, he was just... Oh, shit. I'm on a private residence. I'm not allowed to be here. But, hey, Mr. Squirrel. Hi, buddy. I did not even know this is a... Shit. Oh my gosh. If I would have known. I just wanted to get somewhere, man. I was on private property with a camera, and there's a... Okay, the guy that you saw, he was just minding his own business, but... it was only 30 seconds anyway. I don't even know what street I'm on now. What street am I on? I think I'm on... Looking at my map here. I'm on Scholar Street, okay. I don't know why I didn't think about this before. And I don't even think I did a walk on this street. At least filmed a walking video. Yeah, look at this. Private residence, yeah. I am definitely not going to be setting foot on that next time. But there's Bay Street up ahead, so I'm going to cross over and just head over to Yonge and Bloor and then into the subway station. You know, this is quite interesting that, you know, us locals, we call the intersection Yonge and Bloor, but the TTC calls the subway station as Bloor Yonge. Well, here's the thing, I follow their direction too, but it's okay to say Yonge and Bloor Station and stuff like that. But I honestly prefer that, you know, when addressing like two streets, like transit, with transit terms, just add like Bloor / Yonge, or even like in reverse. Like I've been using slashes nowadays because I feel like it just makes more sense. If you're using like dashes, I feel like it's I feel like it just combines together. It feels like it's New York City, but this street is also very busy as it cuts down for the financial district. Well, that's like further south of here, but might as well think about it. And there's where Bay Street ends and begins at Davenport Road, which I need to do a walking video on because I haven't done that in like since the winter. And of course, right around this area, you got condos everywhere. Gentrification. It's really cool to just go on Google Street View and see what this area was like back then, where this neighborhood was only littered with small-sized businesses. And okay, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna head down Bay for just one block. It's a boring Nova Bus LFS. I don't like these buses anymore. I mean, I don't mind filming rides on them, but they're just a common occurrence. I already made a rant video about, you know, why I have a love-hate relationship with Nova buses. In fact, if you guys missed it, the only Nova buses I like are the hybrids, or the diesel ones. They're just too common. That's why I had to make a video out of it. Anyway, you get my point. You can check that out if you want. Alright, back on Yorkville Avenue, then I'll just find my way to the intersection of Yonge and Bloor. Let me see if I can make it before my battery craps out. Anyway, I've already followed a new habit, and that is, you know, taking the subway as it depends on like the nearest exit, because, you know, who wants to have to walk a couple minutes from like the front of the train when your exit's at the back? That's like when I go into Glencairn or Eglinton West, like respectively, my exits are at the back or at the other end of the train. So that means like when I'm at St. George, I have to go, like, it's preferable that I go to the back. And then once I exit the train in Eglinton West or Glencairn, I can just easily walk up the escalator. And then, boom. And that's the same thing when I'm heading to like other destinations. I mean, I prefer like riding on the front, but the exits are just very like dependable now. And yes, I know there's an entrance on the east side of Yonge, Norfolk Bloor, but that of course is going to take me to the front of a train. And when I get to St. George, board the next train, I'm probably going to be walking back. So I'm going to enter in for the main entrance right inside the Hudson's Bay Center. Also, it's rush hour, and Bloor Yonge Station is the busiest subway station in the city. It's so crowded, especially at this time of day. So there's no chance I'm going to be able to walk through from one end of the platform to another. So there. And here is Yonge Street, and here's the Toronto Reference Library. The library is actually pretty cool, but honestly, I prefer Robarts. It's so spacious, it's just comfortable. This area seems familiar. This is because I filmed a walking video around the next door Rosedale neighborhood, very affluent, and I unexpectedly came down through here. So, big deal. I don't mind repeating the same things over and over again, especially if it's a street like Bloor or Yonge or even Eglinton, because those are the top 3 streets I have filmed the walks on. Like top 3. I think number 1 has to go to Yonge, and number 2 has to go to Eglinton, and then number 3 has to go to like Bloor, Danforth or something like that. There used to be a kitchen appliances store right over there. Hey, there's Cumberland Terrace, an old school underground shopping complex that is not the path. It's a whole different thing. Of course, it's right underneath an office building. What's really interesting is that, again, the subway runs directly underneath the mall, so at times you're going to feel the ground shaking. There's the eastern entrance. That will take it down to the Line 2 platforms. It's also crazy that it's also right next to another entrance, which you can access through the Hudson's Bay Center. You guys don't understand how much this freaking intersection has changed a lot, especially with One Bloor East and the next super tall skyscraper, One Bloor East. No, One Bloor West. You can see it right there. It is coming along very smoothly. And yes, it will be the tallest skyscraper in the country. So it's an overtake first Canadian place. CN Tower doesn't count because it's not a skyscraper of a sort. And this is also a scramble crossing too. The other one is at Yonge and Dundas. And yeah, it's I think it's just after 5 now. Just a very short, laid-back walk around Yorkville. And if you guys have been watching my videos for quite a while, you might be familiar with this. This is the former Hudson's Bay Bloor Yonge store, which closed its doors in May. I was so fond of that store, mainly because it's in original state. It had some very quiet spots, like on the 5th floor, and some hidden gems that I probably forgot or even knew about. And it also, I think, was the only store remaining with the old logo, which I really much prefer to than the newer ones. So now we have this. Let it be possible. Obviously, there's nothing else to see, and I honestly wonder what still remains inside. I would love to see what's inside now, and at least get permission and get a video of it. But I think that's very unlikely. But on another note, I just put my sunglasses away. I have my presser card out already. It's right in my left hand, but I know the videos is like I normally do these long ass walking videos for just between like 25-30 minutes, but I feel like 20 is a bit too short. But it also just depends on my mood here, as the camera is once again going out of focus. And look, you can hear another subway train going by on line 2. Now this is going to be hard because it is extremely busy here. And I do not want to be pointing this camera at any human being that's in my way. Okay, we are going to go this way. Also, it's pretty hot here. It's very common in the subway stations and our underground. It's like constantly, like, there's like a furnace in there, but it's not so bad. And yes, I got a Metro Pass. Not Metro Pass, the Presto 12-month pass. And there's somebody carrying the transfer machines. So at this time, rush hour, it is normally very, very busy. Like, pretty much on all directions, but mainly on the northbound side. There's not a lot of people here on the other side, but I'm heading down to the westbound platform, and that means I gotta walk to the very end. Yeah, line 2 has been seeing huge amounts of people very recently. Like I'm already used to like squeezing myself onto such a huge crowd. Look, both directions, different styles, but also this station was very notorious because, you know, people have often been pushed down into the tracks. So to be safe, and even Block GO outlined this this shit right here because our homes are so fucking expensive, and that Alberta wants to drag Torontonians out of their own city and into another province like Alberta. So that's why you're seeing every single ad you see here all about Alberta, dragging Torontonians out of the 6 and into the prairies. Now, yes, it is true because it's actually so freaking expensive to just own a home or just live here. Things are just not getting affordable. So yeah, well, because it's too many people coming down here, again, it's rush hour, so I'm just gonna end the video right here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well, and if you want to support the channel, you can feel free to leave a donation on PayPal or even super thanks, whichever one works for you. Next train's in 1 minute, so I can already feel the wind, and here it comes. So take care, adios, bye bye. Freaking camera is still out of focus, I'm sorry. Well, at least it's just 2 stops. I'm not going to Kiel, Ossington, nothing. I'm going back to Belgravia, my home.
Line 2, Yorkville.